Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Precious K right here. If you're seeing this video for the first time, you're absolutely welcome to my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always stopping by. You guys, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to my guess who I'm here with. I'm here with my co-wife.
Hi guys.
Hi. So this is my husband's brother's wife. So yeah, my co-wife. So guys, today we'll be talking to you guys, or she will be talking to you guys, or we'll be having a conversation about mommy, single. No. So what is it you were talking about? Like your
Back
career
to work as
a new mom. Yeah. So your marriage is now 2 years, right?
Almost
2 years. So she's 2 years in marriage now, almost 2 years in marriage, and she has a son, and she has a full-time job, like a 9 to 5 demanding job. I can't relate to it because I work like for myself, so it's quite different from me. So she was talking to me about it like yesterday or 2 days ago. So I was like, I think this is a good idea. I think we should talk about it. So today I'll just be asking her some questions, and then she'll do us the honor. So guys, without further ado, let's get right into this video. So okay, so tell us, like, when you first got married, is it what you expected? Like, you know how people, you have different imaginations and aspirations before you get married.
Yeah.
So when you got married, how did you feel? Let's just start from there first.
honestly, I feel like I was so excited, right?
Yeah.
Because we had been dating for about 4 years.
Yeah.
So it was really exciting. We've both been looking forward to it, and it was literally one of the best days of my life. Honestly. So,
Yeah, their wedding was
yeah,
lit.
yeah,
Like,
I was so
I was
excited.
7 months pregnant, but trust me, that wedding was lit. Like, yeah, okay, so you were happy on your day and all of it. So what hit you the hardest? Like, you know, marriage, people, everybody's like, oh, I want to get married,
Yeah.
but like, when you got married, what hit you the hardest?
I think maybe how quickly things can escalate.
Yeah.
Like things that you don't think should be termed a big deal can
Yeah.
actually just become like a full-blown issue. So I think that, and maybe how, like, you know, how we both deal with conflict. You just have
Yeah.
to sort of find a middle ground. Like mine is compromise, right?
True,
So
true.
that's why you just keep learning every day, patience and compromise.
True, I agree with you. So you know how people say, like, the first year of your marriage, like, is the worst and the hardest. Can you relate?
Honestly, like I just have 2 years to benchmark against, right? But like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's the worst.
Maybe not the worst,
Sure.
but did you find it, like, were there some things that you realized about your husband and you're like, oh my god?
In all honesty, I don't know why, but like for me,
Yeah.
I didn't discover any new traits. I think
Yeah, it was
everything
all
that
the same.
it has all been there.
Yeah.
Maybe just seen in like a different way, or
Yeah.
things just get like, you know.
Yeah, living in a
more-
closed space.
Exactly, but you know, it wasn't like nothing was mine.
Now you have a son, yeah, and you have a full-time job as well.
Yeah.
How did that, like,
The
how do you feel?
transition, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't the easiest, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't. I feel like, you know, even at when your baby is still like 3 months to like 6 months, they're still so young, and like as a mom you're still so attached.
True,
Right? So
true.
having to go to work every day when it's not like remote working, physically go to like a location or go to
Yeah.
a physical location, yeah, I think it takes a toll. But like what was key for me was the support system. Like I really have like great support system. So that definitely like made it more tolerable, right? For lack
Well,
of a
let's say
better
that.
word.
Okay, so let me just put you on the spot, because
Mm-hmm.
2 days ago she was just telling me how she was so much, like, she was so angry at her husband. Not in that way, but like
About what?
when you gave birth and you felt like he
Oh,
wasn't
boy.
there. Yeah, when she had a baby and she felt like her husband wasn't there, he wasn't relating, and she was screaming, "You need to be my partner," and you know, all this crazy stuff. So just tell us about it, like your experience and all of
Yeah,
that.
so I wouldn't say the word is it wasn't there. I feel
Yeah.
like also there's so much going on for a woman when you give
Yeah,
birth, like
yeah.
emotional, physical, mental. And maybe sometimes you're not even sure how to communicate what you need.
Yeah.
So I feel like a huge part of it was communication, or like,
True.
you know, me being in my feelings most of the time, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Right? And obviously now I can look back, because hindsight is 50-50, right? And actually say, oh yeah, you know, I probably like overdid a couple of
Stuff,
things.
yeah, you
so
should
I
like
think-
calm down a little
yeah,
bit
and you know,
more.
like I feel like maybe for the the way I was a new mom is the way he's a new dad.
Dad as
And
well.
so I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
that makes sense.
She was like,
And you were just
he's
pressuring
dealing
him
too,
as
right?
well, yeah.
He's dealing, so you need to like give each other, extend grace. I like using that word, like just extend grace to your partner. Right, the grace you want extended to you because we're
Yeah,
not perfect.
give it to
right?
someone
and we're
else
all
as well.
flawed.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so quickly, I'm just gonna move on from that. Okay, before I move on from that, how do you like? What's the biggest what's the I won't say worst thing, but like having a child and going to work at the same time? Like, what do you feel is the hardest part of the whole situation?
I feel like not spending enough time
Yeah.
as you would like, right? You
Yeah.
want to. This is obviously not realistic, but you literally, if you could, you want to keep
You
your
wanna-
eyes 24/7 on your
on your-
baby,
yeah.
right?
But then also, don't you think like if you didn't have your job as your escape, don't you think you would be?
I would still want like an escape, to be honest.
Yeah, because
yeah.
I know like so many women out there. They're like, oh, I want to get out of the house, I want to work, and then they want to be at home at the same time. And then the ones that have a full-time house job, that kind of thing,
Yeah.
they're looking for their own escape, as well.
yeah.
So it's never human
And
wants are
then-
insatiable.
yeah,
Like
fair enough.
everybody is like.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Okay, so moving on from the whole baby and all that, I just want to ask you quickly, deal with in-laws, like in your own opinion.
Yeah.
What? Okay, let's just put it in your immediate family right now. I'm not trying to get you into trouble, but like I'm not trying to get into trouble. But I feel I want to know your thoughts about your the whole in-law thing and Africa, Nigeria, the way Nigerian marriage.
Yeah, the culture.
The culture,
definitely
yeah.
plays a big role.
Yeah.
And I honestly feel like each family is different,
True.
each situation is different. So you have to sort of, first thing is understanding.
True.
You have to understand that, different people grow up in different, different
Yeah,
backgrounds, different ways,
yeah.
So on the back of that,
Yeah.
right, you just need to be understanding. And
True.
it takes time.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Like some relationships, you guys will click off the bat, and some you have to build.
Yeah,
right?
you have
so
to.
I feel like and so sometimes you might want to compare my relationship with X, relationship with Y.
Yeah.
And like you just
can't be
can't
the
do
same.
that exactly.
It can't be the
So I
same.
feel like that's what's being for me, knowing that it's a learning process and it's
Yeah.
also gradual.
Yeah.
So you need to
And
be-
then, okay, I wanted to ask, I know you're kind of Igbo, Delta Igbo, not kind of,
Yeah,
you're Delta
Igbo.
Igbo. I'm Igbo.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, I know Igbos like to marry themselves. Do you feel like if you had a choice, you would have gone for your type, like your tribe, or it doesn't matter?
No, honestly, it's never mattered to me. I've actually never dated someone that's
I feel like your parents, were they taken aback concerning the tribe thing?
Yeah.
Your parents, I want to know, like,
Yeah, so honestly, like, I feel like my parents come from more of a, like a religious point of view,
Yeah.
to be honest. So it honestly, like, it was never an issue with tribe.
Yeah.
It was just, I'm trying to coin this in a way that's like, understandable to everyone,
Yeah.
right? It was a God factor, right?
yeah, is it a
it's
Christian family?
No, not necessarily that.
Okay.
It's like,
Approved.
are you in God's plan for you? Let's put it that way.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay,
Like, is this
okay.
God's plan for you?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like, when you get married, you guys are married to God.
Yeah.
Right? And you don't
Yeah.
want to do anything. You don't want to do
Anything,
anything
yeah.
that's outside of that. So that was key for them,
Yeah.
Like, have you prayed about this? Do you feel like
Yeah.
you're making the right,
Right
decision,
decision.
for yourself and, according
Your
to how God-
future.
Yeah,
And
that's-
then, okay, I want to ask you this: your parents, are they? Most African parents, they're once you marry, you're married. They don't want to hear you're divorced. They don't want to hear you can have your issues, but they don't want to hear I'm packing my bags, I'm leaving.
Yeah, I know.
Are your parents
definitely.
like that?
Yeah, because they're also very they're quite spiritual. So yeah, I'll say that. And they've also been married for what now? Maybe 33 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they
So-
definitely expect
You to
they
remain in your
definitely
marriage.
Expect you to. But I don't sense that pressure, but I can just tell from their values, right? They
Yeah.
won't necessarily already say anything.
Especially
like
when
that.
especially when it's not like a physical abuse, emotional abuse.
Yeah,
If it's just
exactly.
like normal
More
everyday,
friction, yeah.
they'll just be like, man, stay there.
But I feel like most Nigerian parents are against divorce, to be honest.
Do you
Yeah.
get? I think it's like a common thing, except
Yeah.
it has to do with your life.
Yeah,
Like if your
exactly.
life is
If
at
your life
stake
is
or
very
whatever,
threatened,
then
that's definitely an
obviously
exception.
that's an exception.
Put
But
yourself first.
other than that, they're like, sit your ass there, girl. You need to stay married for 10 years now, and this is her second year in marriage. So my experiences are quite different from hers. So I'll just like to hear from you. This is early years, early days, or whatever. What advice can you give to anyone out there? Like, assuming you were still single, what would you tell your single self, or what would you tell the single people out there?
I would say like it takes work. So be ready
Yeah.
to work. Like it's like every other good thing. I guess
Yeah.
like you're not going to. I don't think you're going to just coast. Right.
Yeah.
Every relationship takes work, and the work doesn't stop. Right.
True.
Because you get married. And so I think like another thing is continue dating in marriage. I'm not sure if this makes sense to a lot of people. I feel like my
Yeah.
husband and I we still date each other. It's even like I'm his girlfriend and he's
Yeah.
my boyfriend. So like that kind of like keeps the spark. Like just make make couple time.
Yeah.
Right. But then it definitely takes work, and then communication is key as well.
True.
Right. Because I feel like sometimes human beings just struggle to communicate. Like
Yeah.
you want to be heard, but you're not
Yeah.
necessarily listening, and it's a two-way street. So you have to like listen to what your partner is saying, and also before you seek to be heard, right?
True.
So I feel like that's what's major.
Okay, that's fair enough. So you're hearing it now from someone who is 2 years in marriage, and then you already know the deal. There's nothing else I have to say. She just said it all. Like before you marry, like shine your eye, like open your eyes. Be sure
Yeah.
you're happy, and family is important as well. The family you're marrying into is very important as well. But having said that, I mean, it all depends on the relationship and the understanding you have with your partner. The family, some people say you have to marry the family as well. I'm sure you've heard that kind of
Yeah, I've
thing.
heard it like severally.
But I don't know if that's important. Like for you, if the family is bad, would you rather miss a good person because his family is bad? Or would you rather go ahead and deal with the family?
Honestly, I feel like you're not going to be with the family 2/7. Right?
Yeah.
The plan is to be with your husband for.
Yeah.
And marriage is also, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
Yeah.
So I will say that if you believe that that's God's plan for you,
Maybe
and,
go ahead.
Yeah, and the person is like, what's the word now? The person is who you want to spend, like, do you tick all your boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should get that.
You should go ahead. Okay, that's cool. You heard it. So family is important, but that doesn't mean if you meet the right person, you should leave the right person
Yeah.
for.
Because
I
the
don't
other
know.
way around is worse. Like you don't want to be stuck in a bad marriage because they have good family.
Jiggy, because sometimes family, because sometimes family, yeah, because sometimes family will be good, and then the man is something else.
Some people actually say that, right? I want to marry into a good family.
Yeah. But then it doesn't work that way. And I know some people that have good marriages and the family is excellent as well. So you can have best of both worlds. Sometimes you have one, you don't have the other. Okay guys, so we're done with that segment. Now it's time for our Q&A. I'm gonna ask her generally about her marriage. Now she's going to be specific now because I'm asking her about her own marriage, because I'm sure you guys want to know. Okay, so quickly let's get into that. How do you handle change and unexpected circumstances in your marriage currently?
So for now, I'll say like I'm the kind of person that likes to process.
Yeah.
So and I don't also like to say things that I regret. Like how words are, like you can't really take
Very
them back.
powerful.
You can say, oh, I take them back, but sometimes the person just always dwells on what you say.
Yeah.
So I feel like I take time to bring. My husband likes to have conversations right off the bat.
Yeah.
But it's like if it's really important and it's such a deep issue,
Yeah.
we'll just take time and then discuss it.
Okay.
And sometimes you don't also have to. We don't also figure out the
Yeah.
solution or
Yeah.
the outcome right away.
Yeah.
Let's
It's a work
pray
in
on it
progress.
and then discuss it.
Okay, and then between you and your husband, who is more temperamental? Who is quick to fire?
I think he can be a firecracker.
Yeah?
I think so.
I don't think so.
You think it's me?
Yeah.
You know what they say,
Yeah.
because she sees him as a brother-in-law, she doesn't see aspects of him that I do. I do
You
the
guys,
same,
you
so-
know that her husband, I don't know if I've said it before, but I have a video with her husband on this channel. He's the love of my life. When I first got into this family, before I got married, he was the first person I met, and he was the sweetest, sweetest. So I have special love for him.
Yeah, so she's being partial.
No, I'm not being partial, but I feel
I'm giving you guys the tea.
no. I feel like both of you have you guys are quick to react,
think so.
but I feel like you react.
Pertaining to the marriage, right? So it's not like how he deals with everyone else.
Well, that's
so
true.
I tend
Okay, so
to
you feel like
that-
he reacts more than you
it's
do.
in our marriage.
He goes off quickly than
I would
you
say
do.
that I'll say I'm more
Chill.
chill, and it's so funny because I feel like sometimes couples become themselves after a while.
Yeah.
Initially that wasn't the case. I was more like fiery and you
Yeah.
know,
And
and
now
then he
you're
was
more-
more calm. And now like he
He's
picked
like-
up from me,
he's like,
and now
"Oh,
I've
no."
taken his chilled vibe. I've taken it, sorry, I've
That's
taken his
true.
chilled vibe. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That makes sense because this is your relationship, but I'm
Yeah.
seeing it
You're
from
seeing me, yeah.
outside.
So like, how deep can we really do whatever you guys have me?
Do you get?
Yeah. So that's
Okay,
what it is.
so is your parents' marriage part of the inspiration why you got married? Like you've seen how your parents are so loving and all that. Did you expect your marriage to be like that? Was that part of the reason why you even decided to get married in the first place?
So I wouldn't say I expected it to be like that because you know my parents are definitely different and from a different generation.
Yeah.
But then like the love and the peace in the home,
Yeah.
it's kind of gave me an idea of what I
Should
of
be
the things
expecting.
like things that I want in my own marriage, right?
Yeah.
And how closely knit I want my family to be.
Okay, so how much do you value time together versus time apart?
Oh, I feel like you need to find the balance, right?
Yeah.
But I think one of my love languages is quality time.
Quality
So
time,
yeah, so I really
You
love
like-
quality time, yeah.
Yeah, so you don't really like, you know, some people they go like, oh, I want my husband to even travel so that I can relax. Some people are like that, but for you,
Like even when I'm at an event, I'm always looking for him. If you
Yeah.
notice, yeah. So.
I know this one. Yesterday she was just going crazy. 5 minutes she was like,
I'm literally
where is Eddie? I was
always looking for
like,
him.
sister,
No,
sit down.
No jokes, right? So.
She was like, yeah,
I feel
she's
like
always
quality
looking
time
out for him
yeah.
and all that. She's a
how are
lover.
you
Guys currently in your marriage now? How's your marriage?
Yeah, so I say we're in a really good place, and you know, like we just tend to make alone time for each other. So, and this trip has also helped to just like
Yeah.
create that bonding experience.
Oh,
so
that's so
it's been
sweet.
really
And it's been chaotic, and you guys found time to
yeah,
like.
yeah.
Oh, that's so
Because, you know,
sweet.
you're used to maybe always being with your baby.
Yeah.
You know, spending time with your baby.
True,
and, yeah.
true. That's so cool.
That's,
Okay, so final question: What are your biggest fears about your marriage? Like, what's your greatest fear about your relationship or your marriage or whatever?
I feel like the only thing that comes to mind now is being so like maybe being too focused on the kids and then you neglect each other, right?
That's your greatest fear.
Yeah, because like I think probably that, because I feel like when you do that then like you drift apart,
True.
right? And
Sure.
what else will make you drift apart if you're not focusing on something else?
On
So I
something.
feel like for now,
That's
because
your-
it's so like maybe because I'm a new mom as well, so
Yeah.
I can see how we're both obsessing over our baby.
Yeah.
Right. So I can imagine like your heart will probably get bigger as like as
When you
grow
have
your
more
family.
kids, yeah.
So I feel like for now,
That's your biggest fear.
just like drifting apart because you're focused. And you know the kids will. I try to remind myself that the kids will leave the house one day.
True.
So
True that. True that. Okay, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. And this is my sister-in-law, my co-wife. My sister-in-law, no, my co-wife. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. We're gonna stop now because she's leaving today, and I'm leaving very, very soon. Yeah. So, guys, catch you guys in my next video. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.